Hi everyone, welcome to my channel where I review the latest movies and documentaries. Today, I'm going to talk about Loki movie. If you're interested in this topic, make sure to watch this video until the end and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. So at the start of the series, Marvel characters are stealing some powerful Infinity Stones and running away. But at the same time, due to a slight mistake of Hulk, a special kind of device gets into Loki's hands, with the help of which, Loki teleports himself and reaches a desert. Before Loki says anything, a portal opens here, from which some agents come out. They wanted to arrest Loki, because he had messed up with the secret timeline. Loki was trying to understand all these situations, but before that, the agents teleport him and take him to TVA, where we get the introduction of TVA, that is, Time Variance Authority. What is it? Why does it work? And when was it made? So this is the story of thousands of years ago, when a war broke out between all the universes. And because of this, all the timelines of the universe collided with each other. It overlapped with each other, that the whole world became a multiverse. As a result, only destruction was to happen. To stop this destruction, 3 time guards came forward at that time. To stop the destruction, they joined the timelines of the entire universe, and made a secret timeline. After that, these 3 time guards started designing the future of people. In simple words, they started writing the fate of people. That what will happen at this time, whatever it was, it had to be in the secret timeline. Now, even in this secret timeline, small problems come up, like becoming someone else's timeline. In this way, the chances of becoming a multiverse again, that is, the chances of destruction, are increased. And at this time, the agents of TVA show their work to end any other timeline. By the end of the new timeline, the secret timeline has started working perfectly again. Whoever tries to make a new timeline, the agents of TVA catch them, and the TVA people call them variants. Like they just caught Loki, they bring Loki in front of the judge. The judge asks, "You are accused of disturbing the secret timeline. Do you believe him?" Loki says, "No, you have caught the wrong person. The Marvels were disturbing the time. Because of them, I got this device. And with the help of this device, I was able to teleport." Here, the judge tells him that the time travel of the Marvels was already written in the future. But not your run away from there. Because Marvel Avengers were told in the Ancient Monks that if all the Infinity Stones are put in place, then no new timeline will be made. And the timeline that has been made other than the first secret timeline will also be finished. Marvel Avengers were only on their mission to time travel and put the Infinity Stones in their place. With this, all the new timelines would be ended, and the destruction could be removed. But you made a new timeline by time traveling. That's why the judge punishes him for being reset, in which all his memories will be erased. But before the time of punishment, an agent of TVA comes to Mobius, who took Loki on his bail. He takes Loki to Time TV, where people's past and future can be seen. He shows Loki his future and says, "Why do you bother everyone?" Then Loki says to Mobius, "What do you know about me?" Mobius replies, "I know your past and even your future." He shows Loki his future, where his mother will die because of him. Seeing this, he himself became emotional. He tries to run away from here, but he can't. But he sees the Infinity Stones, which were being used here like a paperweight. And seeing this, he understood how powerful this place is. It's not up to him to get out of here. After that, he comes back to Mobius. And then he asks Mobius, "What do you want from me? Why did you save me from the judge?" In response, Mobius says, "I want your variants, that is, the other Lokis, who are on the other timelines. And they're disturbing secret timelines. They have to be caught." Loki gets ready. Meanwhile, they get the news that variant Loki has disappeared, an agent of the TVA this time. Loki finds this matter quite complex. That's why he says that we should meet the Time Guard to solve this problem. Hearing the words of Loki, the rest of the agents of the TVA, who were part of this mission, suspect them about why Loki is waiting to meet the Time Guard. He must have planned to kill the Time Guards and capture the TVA. Because of this doubt, all of them remove Loki from this mission. But Mobius still felt that they should definitely give Loki a chance. Loki too despite the allegations put on him, starts trying to find his variant. And while doing research, he finds out that that variant is hiding in such places, which are going to be destroyed in different timelines. And if he does anything in such a place, the effect of that will not affect the secret timeline, because that place is going to be destroyed itself. Mobius finds Loki's theory a little suitable. That's why they start searching for those places, which were going to be destroyed in the future. And in the year 2050, they find out a place in the name of a rock scat, which was going to be destroyed. Mobius, along with Loki and his team, reach there to kill that variant. After reaching there, they come to know that this variant had taken control of all the people in this area, even the missing agent of TVA. When Loki goes to his variant to talk to him, he was shocked to see her, because she was a female Loki. Anyway, he talks to her and offers her to join him, so that he and female Loki can capture TVA together. But the agents of TVA, who were doubting Loki earlier, they were right. He had planned to capture TVA. But here, female Loki denies him, because she wanted to destroy TVA at any cost. That's why she sends many time-set robots of TVA in different times. Because of this, more timelines were created in secret timelines. That means destruction had started. Loki, to stop his female variant, goes ahead to capture her. But in the meantime, the female variant disappears, opening a portal from here. As soon as the portal was opened, and after getting a chance, Loki goes in the portal behind the female variant. Both of them came through this portal to TVA. It was strange that there was no one in TVA, because all the agents of TVA went to destroy those timelines, which were created by Loki's female variant in secret timelines. Loki wanted to meet the time guards. That's why she was beating all the guards here, and came ahead quickly. But in the meantime, TVA's judge comes in front of them, who teleports them through his TemPad, and sends them back in 2077, a time which was about to be destroyed. TemPad device which was with TVA's agents, to teleport people or themselves. That device was also with female Loki. While using this device, she wanted to go far away from this place which was about to be destroyed. But they come to know that TemPad's battery is low, and in this way, they can't teleport. In this difficult time, female Loki gets ready to take Loki's help. They decide to work together and find an energy source, with which they can charge this TemPad. They don't get any energy source here. Anyway, they find out that all the people here are being taken out from this place in a space rocket. They were sure that they'll get enough energy in that rocket, so that their TemPad can be charged. To reach that space rocket, they catch a train, where Loki does strange things. In anger, the people of the train pick up Loki and throw him out of the train. Even unwillingly, female Loki has to jump behind him, because TemPad was still with Loki, which was broken due to its fall. Seeing this, both of them were very sad. Now this place was about to be destroyed. TemPad was not there, but somehow they had to get out of this place. So they decide to walk to that space rocket, from which these people were coming out. On the way, the female Loki tells Loki that all the people working in TVA, i.e. agents, they were not made by the time guards, but they were variants themselves. That is, they also, at some time, had disturbed the secret timeline, after which they were reset. That is, they were made agents by erasing their memory. While talking, these people had also reached the space rocket. Before they sat inside it, the asteroid that was about to crash with this moon. The asteroid comes and falls on the same space rocket, with the help of which both of them were about to flee. And in this way, their last hope also breaks. Sad Sylvie here remembers her terrible childhood. When she was very young, one day, TVA agents came to her and took her. Although she had no fault. How could such a small girl disturbs with the secret timeline? But I don't know why TVA agents did not understand. To save themselves from them, female Loki, who was a child at that time, she stole TemPad from an agent and ran away from there. From that day till today, TVA agents are after her. But she has not been caught yet. That's why female Loki hated TVA so much. Because TVA had also snatched her childhood with her parents. She was telling all this to other Loki. Because the place where they were now, that place was about to be destroyed. and it was possible that both of them die here. Both of them get emotional and come close to each other. And by coming close to them, there is a little disturbance in both timelines. In this way, TVA agents find out their location. They come and arrest both of them. Both of them are brought to TVA, where Mobius was angry with Loki. Loki tries to explain to him, "No, I did not deceive you. And anyway, TVA is not what you think of it. All the agents here were not made by time guards. In fact, they were all variants." But Mobius was not ready to listen to him, and he puts him in a time loop as a punishment here. While on the other side, the agent with the female Loki was. She brings back all the memories of this agent with her powers. Memories before becoming an agent, when she was a variant. At that time, she was very happy with her family in the world. But then TVA caught her and reset her. They erased her memories and made her the agent here. After knowing the truth of TVA, this agent was also angry with TVA, and was also ready to support female Loki. Here Mobius's mind was filled up with the words of Loki, that the truth of TVA is not what Mobius sees. Taking these things to his mind, he goes to the TVA judge, and tells her to meet the female Loki, and the other agent who Loki had disappeared. But the judge refuses to meet both of them. Looking at her expression, Mobius felt something wrong. That's why he steals the judge's tempad and goes away. In this tempad, he searches for that agent, which was stolen by the female Loki. And here he finds out the truth. In the past, that agent was living a normal life with her family. But TVA caught her and reset her and made her the agent here. After knowing all this, Mobius believes Loki, and he takes Loki out of the time loop. And on the other hand, the judge also finds out that Mobius has found out the truth. That's why she kills Mobius. After this, she brings Loki and the female Loki to the time guards, who give them the order to reset. But meanwhile, the agent comes here who has found out her truth. To save Loki and the female Loki, she separates the head of a time guard, and he finds out the biggest truth, that these time guards were just ordinary robots. And these robots, after the death of one, all of them died. And with this, they realized that these time guards were not the creators of TVA, but someone else. Now these people were talking, that the judge of TVA comes and kills Loki. Female Loki tries to fight her, but the judge catches her, because she wanted to know a lot about TVA from female Loki, which she herself didn't know. While on the other hand, we see that after Loki's death, has reached a place where he has a lot of variance. It means there are many people like him. The female Loki was quite angry with the judge for killing Loki. The judge tells her that Loki has not died yet. He has just gone to a place called Void. At the end of the secret timeline, there is a place where no matter what happens, it doesn't affect the secret timeline. It is also impossible to get out of that place, because there is a very big dragon, which protects that place. The judge thought that the real creator of TVA must be hidden in the Void. While their conversation, the other agents of TVA come, who arrest Sylvie, but before that, Sylvie dies with the judge's weapon, and reaches the place called Void, after which the judge starts looking for the starting files, to know the reality of TVA, that who made it. While on the other hand, we see the scene of Void. All the variants of Loki were sitting together in Void. All these people were telling their real stories to Loki. They also tell him that they tried to get out of this place, but because of the dragon, they couldn't get out of the place. Now, they considered this place called Void to be their home, considered it their world. Now these people were talking. Meanwhile, many more variants of Loki come to this place, who came here and started fighting for no reason. Taking advantage of the opportunity, Loki comes out of there via a tempad, and behind him are his 3 variants. Now we were also seeing female Loki in the Void, behind Loki whom the dragon is following. Now at the same time, Mobius comes and saves her. He was in the Void, because he was killed by TVA agents. Now Mobius and female Loki meet the real Loki and his variants. All these people had to get out of the Void, which had only one way, that they defeat the dragon. And in this work, Loki decides to help the other variant. This variant creates an image with his powers. He creates a palace in which the dragon came to fight them. Female Loki and Loki combine their powers by shaking their hands. By teaming up, they were finally successful in defeating the dragon. But during this whole fight, a bad thing happened. Loki's variant who helped them was killed. As soon as the dragon dies, a green curtain is removed. And on the other side, they see a palace. Both Lokis understand that this is where TVA's real creator. And this dragon was not protecting the void but the palace. They go inside the palace, where they meet Miss Minute. This was an AI system, which conveyed TVA's creator's words to the people. Miss Minute tells them that TVA's creator's name is He Who Remains. He is a very powerful person. Whatever you wish, he can fulfill it. But both of them don't want their wishes to be fulfilled. They only want to meet He Who Remains. Finally, He Who Remains came in front of them. Loki and Sylvie were surprised that He Who Remains was a normal human being. So both of them attack him together. But no attack was useful. Because before the attack He Who Remains gets away from there. As if he knew about all the attacks before. Now He Who Remains tells them that there is no need to be surprised. I write future. And I knew when you would attack me, so I went aside. And one more thing, you all came here because of me. If I hadn't written this in the future, you would never have come here. Now Loki asks him, if you knew we would come here to kill you, then why did you let us come here? In response, He Who Remains tells his story. He says that in the 13th century I was a scientist, and in the 13th century, I came to know that there are many other universes on this planet. There are many variants in these universes. Interestingly, at that time, not only me, but He Who Remains living on the other universe, also came to know that there are many other universes. In fact, their technology was even stronger. They even found ways to come from one universe to another. After which all my variants, who lived in different universes, met each other, and shared their technology with one another. But one day, one of my bad variants started a war to conquer another universe. As a result of this war, many timelines met, and became a multiverse. In this war, while sitting here, I found a creature, a dragon, who could eat everything, and with the help of that dragon, I killed all my variants of all the other universes. After which only He Who Remained, that is I, survived. Only one timeline remained, and to protect it, I made TVA. He Who Remains says that if you kill me, there will be a multiverse, a war will start again. Here He Who Remains answers Loki's real question, and says that my other variants are very bad. I can't give them my responsibility. But even I am tired of this work. I have been doing this for many years. I am looking at this timeline. So I want someone else to take my place. I found a lot that who is worthy of my place. And then I met both of you. He tells Loki that I want you to rule TVA instead of me. Or you have another option, is to kill me, and start a multiverse war again. Here female Loki didn't believe his words. She just wanted to kill him, because he ruined her childhood. Before she could kill him, Loki stops her, because Loki believed his words. Here female Loki thinks that Loki is not helping her. She just wants to fulfill his dream to take over TVA. So she traps Loki in her trap, and with her pad, she opens a portal here, and throws him back in TVA. In simple words, she betrayed Loki, because she wanted to kill He Who Remains. Without wasting time, female Loki takes her revenge. She stabs He Who Remains in the chest and kills him. All of his words become true after he dies. Here the multiverse war was about to start. Many more timelines started to join in the secret timeline, which even TVA couldn't control. Loki, who was in TVA, he quickly meets Mobius. He tells Mobius that, I caught the creator of TVA, He Who Remains. But then I was sent to TVA. Mobius couldn't understand all of this. Because Mobius was reset, he didn't remember Loki. While telling him this, Loki sees He Who Remains statue here. And he understands that the time when female Loki sent him here. Immediately after that the female Loki killed He Who Remains. And that's why today, He Who Remains statue is here. As soon as He Who Remains dies, his bad variants must have taken over TVA, that is the secret timeline, the world. And now no one knows how the world will be. With this suspense, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this movie and what other movies or documentaries you want me to review next. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching and see you next time.